Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
I think you have been hearing that announcement to come more forward. If you can still see the possibility, please come more forward that others can also join. I see someone. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not expecting you sit on me, but if you can come little more closer, try.
Yeah.
If it's not possible, no, it's always possible because we are compassionate for others.
So we have the translation system. So who needs the translation in German language, from English to German language? Who needs it? We are proud to Übersetzung von English auf Deutsch. Wie viel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So ungefähr 10 lang. 10 oder 3 10.
Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Ram. Everyone, from your heart, close your eyes. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. If you hear carefully, you can follow it. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Ram. Try again. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Sri Ram, Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Everyone, now. Louder. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhu Para, Prabhu Para, Prabhu Para, Jai Prabhu Para. सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। गौरांग निताय की जय। राधा माधव की श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरिगोवर्धन वृंदावन धाम की मधुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की समावेत भक्त वृंद की समावेत भक्त वृंद की all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gaurang, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much. And keep pestering a bit. I see whoever is in the back can come front. That's better. Yeah, don't feel shy. You can come forward. You can sit here. There's place here. Of course, whoever in the front want to have opportunity, they can also come forward. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jaya Budhiraye Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Once again, I welcome you all for our Ram Navami celebration. Is there someone who has come for the first time here to the temple? Maybe you can raise your hands. Heartily welcome. Feel home. This is a place where we are connecting to the root of our own self. Because we all come from Krishna. And this is the place where we serve Krishna to our best. And today is a very special occasion, the appearance of Lord Ramachandra. I was thinking that you could also recite or follow with me, but because of the screen, I'll do that. Let's see if someone can also follow. Why not? It's easy, very easy. Again, careful hearing. तस्यापि भगवानेश साक्षात् ब्रह्ममयो हरिः अंशांशेन चतुर्धागात् पुत्रत्वं प्रार्थितः सुरैः राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न इति संज्ञया. Yeah. I'll repeat the next 2 times and then we will take this verse. तस्यापि भगवानेश साक्षात् ब्रह्ममयो हरिः अंशांशेन चतुर्धागात् पुत्रत्वं प्रति. Okay, so I just read 2 times and then we will go into the class. Yeah, sorry. तस्यापि भगवानेश साक्षात् ब्रह्ममयो हरिः अंशांशेन चतुर्धागात् पुत्रत्वं प्रार्थितः सुरैः राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न इति संज्ञया. The translation goes like this. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto 10th chapter verse number 2. Is there someone who is translating in Russian language? Okay. Does anyone want Russian translation? One Prabhu is there. Can someone help Russian translation? Maybe. Okay. I'm sorry we didn't check that before. Rod Prabhu? Is there one more set of translation for? Yeah, thank you. Being prayed for by the demigods, the supreme personality of Godhead, the absolute truth himself, directly appeared with his expansion and expansions of the expansion. Their holy names were, please join me, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna. These celestial celebrated incarnations thus appeared in 4 forms as the son of Maharaj Dashrath. Okay. Reading the translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Ramachandra and his brothers, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrugna are all Vishnu Tattva. Not Jiva Tattva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into many, many forms. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Ananta Rupam. Although they are one and the same, Vishnu Tattva has many forms and incarnations. As confirmed in Brahma Samhita 539, Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtha. The Lord is situated in many forms such as Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrugna. And these forms may exist in any part of his creation. All these forms exist permanently, eternally, as individual personalities of Godhead. Thank you, Mother. And they resemble many candles, all equally powerful. Lord Ramachandra, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrugna, who being Vishnu Tattva are equally powerful, became the sons of Maharaj Dashrath in response to the prayers by the demigods. I am sure most of you are already familiar with Ramayana, the wonderful deeds and pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. You may have heard wonderful epic from Valmiki, the song sung by Tulsidas, the Ramcharitmanas, and also many other. And this is not new. Also in the time of Dwapar Yuga, when Bhagavatam was recited to Parikshit Maharaj. So Sukadeva Goswami said, "Hey Rajan, Tasyanucharitam Rajan, Rishibi Tattvadarshibhi, Shrutam hi Varnitam Bhuri, Tvaya Sita Pater Muhu." So Shukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj that the deeds of Rama and Sita are so common that you may have heard from many Tattvadarshis in the past. So just let me briefly narrate this. So here we can understand that the glories of the Lord were sung not just after this Bhagavatam is made available, but this Ramayana has been the song of every home. I think you may see that if you go back 50 years, 60 years back, of course I'm not so old, but I heard that in the temples there used to be every evening Harikatha. Anyone know about this? I've heard about it, experienced this. When I was doing my engineering, I saw there was a temple just next to our home. Every evening there was Harikatha. There were about glories of this was a Varadaraja Swami temple, and always we got opportunity to hear, and we are so enjoying that we forgot to prepare for exams because it takes us to a totally different realm to enjoy. What is the beauty of Ram Charit? uh, is we can see again from the Bhagavatam. It is said that Purusho Charitam Shravaner Upadharayan Ashramsha Paro Rajan Karma Bandher Vimuchyate. How many of us accept karma philosophy here? Of course, even if we don't understand, but we accept it, right? Because karma philosophy is too intricate, too complicated. If anyone asks why, very difficult to answer why. But we know one answer. It is because of. It could be because of karma. Here it says karma bandhane vimuchyate. So if one wants to get freedom from the influence and effects or post effects of karma in our life, at least I am fortunate that I can take shelter of this Charitam, Purusho Rama Charitam. It is so wonderful. It says, or he's saying to Shukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj, anyone who orally receives the narration concerning the characteristics of Lord Ramachandra, pastimes with ultimately be freed from the disease of envy and thus be liberated from the bondage of fruitive activities. Amazing. I think we have been looking for that nectar. We may feel sometimes guilty that we have done something which we didn't want to do it. Sometimes it's because of our own conditioning. Sometimes it's because of the influence of our past deeds. Whatever it be, we know that we are not pure. We know that we need to go quite a bit. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be here, isn't it? Huh? We are here so that we can finish our job in this very lifetime and go back to where? Not back to home, but back home to Godhead. Back to home, I think we are anyway doing every day. But we want to go home back to Godhead. That is our eternal home. Somehow we have identified this to be our home. And because we have misidentified ourselves, that's why what is happening? We are struggling. We are being tossed by the influence of our actions and reactions. Sometimes do good, sometimes do bad. Anyway, do we really want to discuss about our charitra? No. We want to hear to the Ram Charitra. No? We want to hear to the deeds of the Lord Ram. And here we can see why Ramcharit. Why we want to know the characteristics of great Ram. Is it just because he's a famous king of that time? No, no. Is it because of the coming from the Sun dynasty? Is it because he had killed Ravan? Is it because he is, yeah, for us, Vamana Dev, we can see, okay, fine. We may see, okay, Nrsingadev, fine. But all these wonderful leelas were very, very quick. They just came, did the wonderful pastime. They taught exactly to the people who need to be taught, and after that, they just moved on. But Lord Ramchandra appears as a seventh incarnation, and in fact, 18th incarnation when we see the chronology of the order from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, verse number 22. It is says, is it this one? Yeah, right. Naradevatvam apanna surakarya chikirshaya samudra nigrahadini chakre viryani atah param. It says in the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as the King Ram in order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods. He exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist King Ravan, who was on the other side of the sea. This one verse can summarize the whole Ramayana. It covers one of the reasons why Lord Ram appeared. Of course, we can see also not only that, but also other is he has come to show how to lead a proper human life. We may see that we are humans, there is no question about it. But when we self introspect further, we see there are so many demons inside us. Isn't it? Yeah, we can very happily confess, yeah, we are not alone. So here it says Naradevatvam. So the Lord appeared in the form of human. So that we know, okay, if it was Narsingadev, we may see, hey, he is a lion god. Lions are very ferocious. Uh, he has come, he has gone. But we can see Ram, he appeared also very, very specially. And all his deeds are very, very special. Janma karma cha me divyam yavam yoveti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Janma karma cha me divyam means if one can understand my appearance, which we call birth, but it's actually not just birth because ja, janma, when we say it can mean that it's coming through the womb, udara. We may have heard sahodara, right? Who is a sahodara means a brother because they both come from the same womb of the mother. So we are not talking about the Lord is coming from the womb, but he comes very, very divinely. Janma karma chame divyam. Evam yo veti tattvataha. Whoever understands the nature of this hidden, not hidden, Lord didn't want to hide. He didn't want to show, but we hide ourselves to understand his leela. Evam yo veti tattvataha. That's why there is this importance of a guru who can open our eyes. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. The role of guru is so that we can, the Lord is sending a guru so that he can help us to open our eyes. When we open our eyes, then we can understand the wonderful deeds of the Lord. Otherwise, we may think in Treta Yuga, Ravana was the lead demon. He was the leader of all the demons. But I think in Kali Yuga, we have a competition who can become the leader of the demons. There is constant fighting between people saying, I am the best demon. Of course, we don't say I am demon, but our acts, deeds definitely say that. So when we see tattva, it's not easy to understand the tattva. That's why we can see also there are so many commentaries on the same Ramayana, and some are not so authentic. Why? Because they don't say Ram is God. They just accept Ram is some superhuman. Yeah? Here, some great hero. The other day I was telling someone that one of my colleague, he was telling, I don't, yeah, I know Ram is Superman. Huh? Of course, we have the Superman and He-Man. You know this? No Superman, Spider-Man. No. So he was saying they did so many great things. Maybe Ram did a bit more. When this Superman will also do more, then he will become God. But what happened to this Spider-Man? He fell and he broke his back. I think you may know it, right? You don't know? You know it. So it's not so easy just with our analysis, with our speculation, we can say he is Lord and he is God and etc. No, it's not possible. One has to understand the crux of who is the Lord from a devotee, Tattva Darshi. Pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyante jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. If we want to really understand, we have to approach a tattvadarshi who has already seen, who is realized, and from them we can understand it. In fact, Prabhupada mentions from Brahma Samhita, this is a song sung by Lord Brahma. He says, Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishta Nanavataram Akarot Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramah Pumanyo Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajan. Sometimes you may think, who is supreme? Why ISKCON is always saying Krishna, Krishna? Like, can't he be Rama? Because Rama is my favorite God. Who is Rama's favorite God? Sorry, who is who is accepting Rama as your favorite God? Oh my God. Only few. Hey, I'm very hardcore fan of Ramji. But I'm also a hardcore fan of Krishna. Huh? Here, Rama Adi Murtishu, in the purport, Prabhupada mentions, yeah, the Lord has appeared in many forms in the Matsya avatar, in Kurma avatar, in Varaha avatar. But Lord Brahma is saying, Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramah Pumanyo. That is the Praman. It is not just if I am accepting someone as a supreme, he becomes supreme. I can say, who is that these days? No, not Clinton. Who is the latest guy? Trump. If I say he is God, I am a fool. Dogs. So we have to be very careful when we coin someone as God. It's not that man creates God. It is the God who creates man. And it's not that God creates mad, but man creates mad. Because there is full clarity for the Lord what is the perfect world. In fact, the world where we are living, this is perfect, but we make it imperfect, or we start seeing the imperfection. We make it in a such a way that it's not a place to live. And of course, that's whole process. That's why when we come together, when we hear Harikatha, we forget the world. Why? Because who wants to hear all those? No, we want to hear about the greatness of Lord. And here I think Omkareshwar Prabhu started with saying, Loka Abhiramam. Loka Abhiramam. One who pleases the whole Loka or the people. In Ramaraksha Stotra, that is written by Buddha Kaushika Rishi, Lord Shiva came in his dream. And in the dream he said the glories of Lord Ramachandra. And just next day morning, he just wrote it as it is. And from there we see Rajendram Satyasandham, Dasharatha Tanayam, Shamalam Shantamurtim Vande Lokabhiramam Raghupala Tilakam Raghavam Ravanarim. He is in the lineage of Raghu dynasty. That's why he is called Raghuvara or Raghava. Raghuvara means most respected Raghu. And Ravanarim, one who has annihilated the atheistic Ravan. If we have atheistic mentality in us, the best and sublime, easiest way is to invoke the presence of the Lord in our heart. And very interesting, to have Lord in our heart should be There should be some place, right? If we invite someone, everyone is here. If I'm inviting more, where is the place? There's no place. No, our heart is filled with so many things that I think we can unload it. We can leave them because there's so much dead weight we carry here, dead weight here, and so much weight we always want. What do you call? Uh, no, this weight loss programs. What is it? Detox, weight loss, yoga, diet, all these things. What about the spiritual diet? How can we free ourselves from all those which are not needed? The solution is hearing to the glories of the Lord. It is very, very important to understand on this very particular day to know the glories of the Lord. In the past, when I spoke Ramayana, it took 4 years to finish, that too very, very briefly speaking, which means there is so much, but we have only, I don't know, Omkareshwar Prabhu is there. How much time we have? He's my favorite. I only ask Omkareshwar Prabhu. Anyway, he's not there. It's very good news. Krishna Sev Prabhu, can you check how much time we have for the class? How much time, Prabhu? Very nice. So then we just straight away go to the point. No, of course, this was also important point. It is so nice that my aim here is to bring back our focus on hearing the Harikatha, Ram Katha. As I said, I am incapable to narrate the whole Ramayana in just a matter of 1 hour. Of course, Sukadev Goswami did. Sukadev Goswami has narrated whole Ramayana in just 2 chapters. The glories of Ram were sung by Buddhakaushika Rishi in Sri Ramaraksha Stotra, which is, yeah, one can just read to see the glories of the Lord, how he protects everyone. By just taking the name of Ram, it is equal to Ashwamedha Adhikam Punyam. One these days there is no question of Ashwamedha Yagya one can perform. It's very, maybe it's that age is anyway gone, and our age is also going on. So what we can take here is that how to appreciate that Lord Ram is called Loka Biramam. That is a homework that we can take. If we want to really get something from the Katha, it is only through homework. With that homework, we can go back to Godhead, go home, back to Godhead. That's possible. And humble request is let's not take these Ramayana very, very casually. If we want to advance in our life, there are two wonderful books I appreciate very much. One is Ramayana, second one is Srimad Bhagavatam. And more delighted is comes the Prabhupada Lilamrit. But we can start with these very familiar books. One may go, no, I like Vishnu Puran. I may like Padma Puran. I may like, it's still all about the glories of Lord only. There is no question. But the taste of Ramayana is so sweet. So sweet. What is it called? Ramacharit Manas. It's like a nectar full of spiritual bliss. And then Valmiki was empowered by Brahma. Lord Brahma himself told to Valmiki, write this. And not only that, his guru, Narad Muni, has also said whole Ram Katha in a nutshell. But as I said, I'm absolutely unqualified to give that sweetness of Ram Katha in such a short time. Anyway, most of you know that I am a person of taking classes with a minimum time of 3 hours, Sometimes, okay, I can stop at 2 hours. Sometimes very difficult at 1 hour. I think we are hitting that bell now. I'll stop here. Thank you so much. I appreciate if someone has questions or comments. Maybe we spend 7 minutes for that. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, please. You want a mic or can I ask? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for the nice explanation of Ramayana. I have one question. What are the qualities of Supreme Godhead?
There are 24 qualities. There's a whole list. Oh, yeah. I can even. Where's my bag? It's in the back. Okay. I can just read out because you have asked a very nice question. This was the exact same question that was asked by Valmiki to Narad Muni. He asked, "Who is the greatest hero of all times?" I'm just checking. What is that book one? By the way, I brought all these books to inspire you. If someone want to read Ramayana, there's a wonderful narration by His Grace Shubhavilas Prabhu, and because sometimes we may think, na, when we, for example, look into the Valmiki Ramayana, the English was written in 1920, 1915, and the words are not so familiar. The storyline sometimes is challenging, but Shubhavilas Prabhu made it so easy. Anyone can read. When I can read and understand, I'm very sure everyone can. Even Rutvik can understand. Of course, this is not a book selling campaign, but I'm saying today is a very nice opportunity. In case if we have these books in Temple, you can take them. What was your question? By the way? I have answered. Yes, please. Your question is, what are the qualities of the Lord? I'm just going there if I can find it. Okay. Ready? Everyone? You are ready?
Yes, yes.
That should be fast. 24 qualities on spot. So this is what Narad Muni said to Valmiki, and because Narad Muni wanted a role model in his life, all of us are looking to someone so that we can become perfect. And Valmiki Muni, he wanted to know who is that greatest hero so that he can follow him, and he asked the right person in the right time. And here are the qualities. Lord Ram, I mean, he's a Gunavan. Uh, when you say quality itself means not just any quality, the best qualities. So he is Gunavan. He has great birth, wealth, education. That is coming because he was born in Ayodhya. He appeared in Ayodhya. But not just that, he was also perfect character. First thing. He is Viryavan, very powerful. Dharmagya, one who follows the righteousness, dharma. Kritagya, if someone does even a small insignificant service, for him it's an immense service. This we can see when the squirrel was taking some dust to make the bridge. You may, I mean, as I said, we can't go through the whole Leela. Just appreciate to take up reading Ramayana at least a little a day. Oh my God. Satyavak, one who speaks truth. Maybe can you give the specs in the back? Is it with me? Yes. I can take it. It's here. We still have 3 minutes. I miss it again. Yes. So can you repeat what I have said so far? What are the qualities? First one, I'm just checking everything. Sia is already laughing. What is the second one? Viryavan. Third one, Dharmagya. Fourth one, Kritagya. Fifth one, Satyavak. Sixth, Dridhavrata. Once he is determined, he doesn't just, it's difficult for me to do. No. Once he is resolved, even if it is difficult, doesn't matter. He just takes to it. Charitrecha Koyukta means his deeds. Charitra is Koyukta means excellent. A person of exemplary conduct. Sarva Bhuteshu Kohita, a person who wishes and works for the good of all without any distinction, no partiality. Again, a question of which we can discuss for an hour or so. Then Vidwan, one who is having a plethora of wisdom but not pride. We have the other way. Uh, Samardha means who is an expert in doing it the most optimal way. Then Jitakrodha, a person who controls anger and summons it to his service when needed. We can see Lord Ram was also angry. There were two instances. At least one instance is when the ocean was not giving the way so that he can go on the other side of the ocean to Lanka. And the second one is, yeah, when Sugriva didn't keep up his promise that after 4 months he wanted to help Ram to search Sita. But yeah, Sugriva is also like us, enjoying in life. 4 months, 4.1, 4.2. Yeah? There is no harm to delay, especially at others' cost. No. Ram has alerted Lakshman. How can he be like that? Huh? Does he understand what situation is? Don't don't go and attack him. Just remind one thing. Just tell Sugriva that Ram still has the same arrow that he has used for Wali to kill him. That's enough. That's how anger is properly used. And then Sugriva, everyone became alert. Then the whole search, Googling Lanka, Googling Kishinda, everything happened after that in no time. How much time we have? Is it 15? Okay. Judiman, a person whose beauty casts a spell over men and women alike. So men also are so attracted for seeing the darshan of the Lord. Anasuyaka, he is free from envy. He is not saying, oh, someone else has. We can see what happened when Bharat was given the kingdom. Did he become envy? He said he's so happy that right person gets the right role. In fact, Bharat is not different from for me. Kashyapi Bhyati Devasha Jatarosha Samyuge. A person whose courage never fails in the face of insuperable forces of hostility. Um, and then he's Arya, a person who bonds closely with Dharma and moves away from Adharma. When we call ourselves Aryans, we should follow the real Arya. Who is that Arya? Lord Ramchandra. Sarvasya Basheva, a person who practices equality, samam, equality. Satpurusha, a person who is eternal. Pratibha, one who is genius. Sarva Lokapriya, a person who is loved by all. A person, next is Sadhu, one who is very, very gentle. Priya Praya Vriti, a person who is pleasant in behavior. Prakritya Kalyani Matihi, a person who is good and generous. 23. Anabhagita Parichaya, a person who maintains a reserved disposition that distances from him from the mean. So he was not associating with bad. It's not like, hey, Ravan is also devotee only. Ravan, Narich also, come on, why Vishwamitra Muni, why you come and ask them to kill. No, no, everyone equal to me. No, he makes sure that who should be protected and who should be corrected. Vinaya Madhuro Vachini Yama means a person who is humble, sweet natured, disciplined, and whose words are of wise counsel, that all make him Priya, very much loved. Lokhabhiramam, Sri Ramam, Bhuyo Bhuyo, Namamyaham. Thank you very much. I don't know. That's what Narad Muni said, but he didn't say just like bits and pieces like me. He was giving small narration of the pastime of the Lord, so that he covered the whole Ramayana. Of course, we can do that, but we need some time. On this very special day, on the appearance of Ram, we just celebrate, focusing on the Lord has come to help us, even by showing as an example. Why a Lord should do that? Lord, why he has to show? There is enough scriptures, everything. Why he has to go through all this to show us? Because he is all merciful. Loka Bhiramam. That is the reason why he is loved by everyone. That is the reason. Whether it is Shabari, whether it is Sugriva, even Maricha, who was a demon, Vibhishan, of course, he's already demon, Kumbhakarna demon. Everyone loved. The question can come: what about Surpanaka? What about Manthara? For one whose eyes are closed by avidya. What is that? Avidya means ignorance, not ignorance. Ignorance. For them, the Lord personally is coming to open their eyes. So he opened the eyes for Surpanaka, he opened eyes for Manthara or Kaikeyi in different ways. And may Lord come also open our eyes. If we really sincerely pray, he is ever ready. This is what the Devatas have prayed to the Lord. Oh Lord, please come. Ravan is such an atheistic person. He is giving all troubles to us. The Lord came. There are so many sages. Sudikshna, he was saying, oh Lord Ram, we are waiting for you so that all the Rakshasas can be killed because it's torturous. We are all devotees and so many non-devotees are coming and attacking us, killing us brutally. Lord came to protect. There was the desire of Dashrath Maharaj. He wanted to have a son so that his ancestors can be saved from going to hell. The Lord appeared. How many problems we have doesn't matter. Just the shelter is Lord Ram. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. We managed it. By the way, these are few books. There are 3 more books of same author. If someone want, let me know. I'll see how I can arrange them. And yeah, we go to the next program. The next program will be
Yes, so
theater or darshan. What
theater.
theater? Then we move this first,
Yes.
or
We will have to, yeah.
we may have to move this. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, Sudama Prabhu, for this wonderful Ram Katha, wonderful ecstatic Ram Katha. Of course, the time is, running time is not less because we have a